Depending on when you're seeing this, today we're going to catch you up on Texas history. Don't forget, there's no Google meeting on Friday. So, in 1968, after Johnson decided not to run for president, Nixon became president until 1974. He ended the Vietnam War by bombing everything in Southeast Asia. 1973, all Americans withdrew. And then in 1975, Saigon fell. In 1972, Nixon ran against McGovern, but Nixon broke the law by having McGovern's campaign headquarters broken into. In 1974, he resigned, and Gerald Ford became the president of the United States. Ford did not get reelected. Carter did. Carter got elected. And so Carter, in his administration, there was a huge amount of inflation. People couldn't afford to even buy meat because everything had gone so high. Then in 1979, during the Carter administration, gas became in short supply because OPEC, which is all the oil producing nations in the Middle East, decided not to produce any oil and really put the United States on the fence, so to speak. So we had to ration gas in 1979. Then in 1979, Iran captured the American embassy, held hostages until Reagan became president of the United States in 1981. The economy tanked during the Reagan years. A lot of people lost their jobs, but a lot of people were happy with Reagan because it seemed like the United States got its status back during his administration. George H. Bush, after 8 years of Reagan, became president, and he started getting the economy going again. During his presidency, though, Iraq invaded Kuwait, and we went to war with a coalition of other countries in Operation Desert Storm. The war lasted an incredibly long 7 months. Can you imagine that? A war lasting 7 months. We've been, at war with Afghanistan for 14 years? He promised not to raise taxes, but he did, and that cost him the election in 1992. Other experts say that it wasn't that, but the fact that Ross Perot ran for president. Ross Perot was another Texan, had a tough reputation, and he really took the votes that Bush would have gotten away from him. And so Clinton becomes president of the United States. Clinton was from Arkansas, and the economy did pretty well, but, Congress didn't like Clinton, and so Clinton eventually lied under oath. There was an impeachment process, but he was acquitted. After Clinton does his 8 years, George W. Bush becomes president. George H. Bush's son and another Texan won the election of 2000. The World Trade Center was attacked and destroyed. During his presidency, America went to war with Afghanistan and then with Iraq. Toward the end of his term, the economy again tanked. President Obama became president. President Trump became president.